A standard millionaire's yacht is a speck compared to a $300 million floating estate. At this scale, engineering moves past maritime luxury into city planning. To understand what happens at these price points, we're analyzing data from a recent experiment by Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast, who tracked vessels from $1 to $1 billion. For this analysis, we are excluding the $1 boat that sank and the commercial-grade cruise ship. We are focusing on 5 distinct tiers of private luxury vessels. The assumption when looking at these price tags is simple, that every extra $1 million spent generates an equal increase in comfort and relaxation. We're investigating the exact threshold where a leisure vehicle becomes a corporate-level logistical operation, and scale starts to actively limit personal autonomy. This matrix evaluates each price point by core upgrades, crew dependency, and primary use case. Core upgrades track physical engineering. On the water, space is a premium. Crew dependency is the trade-off. As amenities scale, staff presence increases, directly reducing your privacy. Examining these 3 variables allows us to find the specific point where maritime luxury peaks before the logistics take over. The $1 million tier is our baseline for functional luxury. It provides basic space with minimal crew dependency for casual getaways. At this level, you get a surprisingly large main living room and an adequate master bedroom. However, the trade-offs are visible in the secondary bedrooms, which often lack adult standing headroom and seating materials that can absorb excessive heat in the sun. The $10 million tier represents a $9 million premium. The core upgrades provide full headroom and luxury fixtures for a premium comfort use case. This investment solves the spatial issues. You get full standing headroom everywhere, 4 massive guest bedrooms, and seating designed for the temperature. This $10 million mark is the upper limit for casual operation. Beyond this size, specialized docking and baseline maintenance routines become mandatory. At $25 million, the vessel becomes an active launchpad. The scale expands to 30 rooms and integrates helipads and storage for active transport like jet skis. To support 30 rooms of guests and staff, the ship requires a world-class commercial-grade kitchen. Operating helipads and commercial kitchens requires a full-time live-in crew, which marks the first major loss of absolute privacy. The $25 million price point includes the daily operational overhead and staffing requirements of a boutique hotel. The $50 million tier reaches 200 feet in length and 4 stories in height, requiring a 20-person crew for high-status hosting. This scale is designed to host 200 people, attracting high-profile celebrity guests like Pete Davidson. The spatial trade-off is navigation. The vessel is so large that moving between the 4 stories becomes a chore, and social groups often become fragmented. At this level, you share the living space with a 20-person crew that you reach via remote call services. The $300 million tier functions as a bespoke microcity, managed by a staff of over 50 people. Amenities include 9 master bedrooms, auto-darkening movie theaters, self-playing pianos, and onboard spas. The caliber of access on this tier moves from celebrities to historic sporting icons like Tom Brady. Managing a 50-person crew and a total ecosystem turns ownership into a continuous corporate management obligation. This graph illustrates the overarching trade-off discovered across the 5 tiers. Between $1 million and $10 million, utility and comfort rise steadily. Beyond $25 million, the curve drops. Privacy decreases sharply as crew sizes expand to 20, then 50, and beyond. The ultimate rule is that absolute scale is the enemy of absolute privacy. These are the 3 decision pathways based on your objective. If your objective is a personal getaway, where privacy and spatial comfort are the priorities, the $10 million tier is the definitive sweet spot. For hosting large events that require active entertainment and culinary staff, the $25 million tier provides the necessary scale. Buying for status or ego leads to the $50 million tiers and above, which come with the highest management burden. To avoid becoming the manager of a 50-person floating city, stay below the mega yacht tiers. True luxury is not having to manage a staff while on vacation.